Hey, what is up? My name is Rubidium. I just got back from NAB, the National Association of Broadcasters trade show in Las Vegas. Saw a lot of cool stuff, had a really great time. If you don't know, NAB happens every April in the convention center in Las Vegas. It's free. It's a trade show, not a market, so most of the stuff you can't buy. It's this big, huge warehouse convention center space where pretty much every lighting, lens, camera, grip manufacturer brings their latest gear and lets people come and look at it, play with it, test it out, kind of get to know their new products. I was mainly there to look at new cameras, new lenses, new lights, kind of get a rundown on where the industry is heading as far as gear goes, and get a sense of like what it will make possible for us as filmmakers in the year to come. Now the big guys, I'm talking Canon, Sony, Panasonic, even Blackmagic, they go all out and they create a sort of show within a show. They have these massive tens of thousands of feet booths that they do all kinds of crazy stuff with. Canon had, you know, this kind of rotunda thing where they had 4 or 5 areas, performance space for different artists to sort of just perform, and in front of it was all the cameras and lenses that they make. So rather than just having a still sort of vignette that you could try the cameras out on, there was this, you know, sets populated by actors that you could, you know, sort of watch. Sony, I thought, had the strongest booth. They had this incredible, like 20 by 40 foot TV, not a projector, but a television that was super high dynamic range, 8K. To see that and see footage shown on it was worth the price of going to Vegas alone. It was realer than real. It was so vivid, the screen. It was just incredible. And they were showing this amazing 8K footage on it, and it was just bigger than a cinema screen. It's definitely what I think the movie experience is going to become in the years ahead. DJI and the Nikon booth both had these incredible motion control robots, sort of like the robots you see building cars, but these ones had cameras and they were motion controlled to move very, very quickly, and it's very disconcerting to watch a camera move that fast and that precisely so close to other things. It sort of felt a little bit like magic. I don't know what the price of those is going to be, but they didn't have it on the units themselves. I'd say that's kind of beyond the reach of the average filmmaker, at least for the next few years. Lighting wise, I think we're entering a whole new era of being spoiled for choice as filmmakers. I saw, you know, the kind of LED panels that a couple of years ago were $2,000 and $3,000 and either daylight or tungsten are now not only bicolor but like RGB and can do any color, super bright, under $1,000 for like a, you know, 4 foot by 1 foot sort of Kino bank sized, and some of them fold up, some of them roll up. Or a great time to be making films if you want cheap, cool, bright lights. Quasar Science had this huge bank of RGB 4-foot tubes. There's a company called Intellitech out of Denver that has these amazing foldable panel LEDs that they're going to retail for under $1,000. You can run them off V-mount, they're dimmable, and they fit, you know, you could put them in a backpack. They're just so bright and so versatile. A company called Hive here in LA is making these very functional, these custom Fresnel LED lights that are really punchy, very cool, very transportable, very affordable. I saw heaps of Australians there. Atomos had a huge booth out of Melbourne, my hometown. Blackmagic was also there and had this massive booth. There was this fantastic company called Hudson that make the Hudson Spider, which is a incredible transforming LED panel, sort of like a circular softbox that like folds out like a spider. The guy who runs it is used to be a DP, and his co-founder is a gaffer, and they invented this thing to shoot with on set, and now they're selling it commercially. We're going to try and work something out so I can do a review, because that looked really unique. That was the only thing like it at the show. If you go to NAB, be prepared to walk a lot. I did 7 miles yesterday, 17,000 steps, just going between the different booths and trying to catch up with people and going back and forth. Vegas is a very weird and wonderful place. It's definitely worth visiting. It's so laden and weighed down with like cinematic imagery and these beautiful, bizarre scenes. You fly in over the desert and it's just miles of nothing, and then suddenly there's this shining, glimmering neon city in the middle of nowhere. The drive back to the airport, you know, through all the, down the strip and through all the past all the different casinos as the sun was setting and reflecting in all the glass, you know, was the highlight of the trip for me. It was so beautiful, and it felt like a dream. It's utterly unlike anywhere else on earth. If you like film gear and you're a bit of a gear nerd, definitely go to NAB next year. It's not expensive. I think my hotel cost $40 to stay at Circus Circus. The flight was like, from LA was like $60 or $70 each way. And the convention itself is free. So it's not that big of a commitment to make a lot of connections, see a lot of new stuff, meet people you may not have met before, and sort of, you know, and see a whole different side of the business of filmmaking. I really enjoyed it. I will go again. This is my first time and I will definitely go again. Thanks very much for watching. That's my NAB 2018 wrap up. I will see you guys next time, hopefully with some of the reviews, an in-depth look at some of the gear I saw, and also some projects coming up. Thanks for watching. See you next time.